Sometimes truth seems stranger than fiction, and one person who took this on board and built an enormous franchise around it was Robert Ripley. You've probably all heard of Ripley's Believe It or Not, which started in the 1930s as a column in a newspaper, dealing with some very strange and sometimes bizarre events and items that seemed so unusual that readers could easily have questioned the truth of the claims. The content of the column was later adapted into a radio program, and from there it just grew into other formats like television, comic books, a book series, and even a chain of museums. 90 years on, and Ripley's collection includes more than 20,000 photographs and more than 30,000 artifacts. Now, among all those items, there's a picture of an ordinary iron bar that appeared in a newspaper column many years ago. At that time, it was stated that an iron bar was worth about $5. The cartoon went on to point out that, obviously after blending it with some other materials and making it into steel, that it could be made into horseshoes that would be worth roughly twice or maybe even 3 times as much. If the same iron bar was used as the main ingredient, it could be made into sewing needles, and then the $5 bar would suddenly be worth in the region of $3,000. However, if it was blended and developed in just the right way, that same bar could be made into balance springs for expensive Swiss watches that would be worth more than $250,000. 50,000 times its original value. It all depends on what you decide to do with it and how you develop it. Friends, in the same way, it's not what you have or haven't got or how much talents or resources you have that matters, but how you develop and use it. Unfortunately, people will sometimes look at what they've been handed in life, and instead of seeing their inherent potential, all they see is an iron bar that is making them feel trapped. And therefore, as you go into today, may I encourage you to, instead of envying the talents, resources, or opportunities that others may have, look for the potential in the iron bar you already have in your hands. Who knows? You might just turn that bit of iron into some valuable watch springs.